So here we are talking about Kayne Anderson Rudnick's 40th anniversary, which is like for me interesting because I've been here almost 23 years now. So it's interesting to figure out I've been here for over half of the existence of the firm. So kind of mind blowing in a lot of different ways. It feels like yesterday. Hi, my name is Jon Christensen. I'm the portfolio manager here at Kayne Anderson Rudnick, and I've been here since 2001.
Hi, my name is Adam Xiao. I joined Jon and Adam Rudnick in 2018, and my title is Portfolio Manager and Senior Research Analyst.
So Adam, you being a young, tech-savvy individual, I would love to know your perspective on AI and technology, and how do you think that's going to impact how we invest or just investing in general in the future?
I believe that artificial intelligence, especially generative artificial intelligence, will become a greater part of our process over time. And I believe as a team we'll remain fast adopters of what is best in class. Now, there's also a conversation out there about the uncertainties of whether generative AI could replace a human investor, but I believe it'll be a long time before it's time to take out the human in the loop. It will become more like androids over time, working with artificial intelligence instead of immediately being replaced by them.
So what you're saying is our business is still very human capital intensive.
Absolutely.
Will continue to be.
So Jon, I've always been curious, what was Kayne Anderson Rudnick like when you first joined, and what have been the major changes you noticed over time as the firm grew?
Wow, there have been so many changes, Adam. Sometimes it feels like we've come from the dark ages into the modern age. But when I first joined Kayne Anderson, I think about like going back to the technology discussion we just had. That technology has helped us. However, there's so many things that are still the same. It's about really humans understanding businesses, digging in, doing the hard work. So I think that's why for me, it's really the changes have been a lot in terms of people and technology in that. But there haven't been a lot of changes in the culture and how we kind of think we really put a lot of pride into. So, I mean, after that question, I'm just curious, you've been with the firm around 6 years. How is your interpretation of kind of like when you started here versus now? How is that different, if at all?
What I found really wonderful at CAR is that over the multiple decades of you and the other portfolio managers who have been around for more than 20 years, and even the prior generations, there's been this intentional design, and that's something that I think is really special here at CAR. And I've enjoyed that and enjoyed just being on a team of people who are always continuously learning and discussing with each other and then like trying to find truth as close as we can get to it, of course. Yeah, Jon, well, on that topic, I'd really like to hear your take on what has made the investment team so successful over time, and as we have grown and continue to grow, how do we preserve that going forward?
You said team, and I think team is where it really starts and ends, right? And I know I keep talking about this human capital component, but I can't emphasize that enough. And I think the key is the people, and we try to keep that kind of small corporate culture here at Kayne. I think that's really what we've preserved over time. And I think we still do a very good job of that even today as we've gotten bigger. And it's really about creating an environment where people love to come to work, where you're intellectually challenging each other without being combative or creating hostile environment. If we can preserve that over time, again, that human capital that we're talking about is really the key. And that means hard work, but in a friendly environment that stimulates the intellectual curiosity. And we think that translates into great results over time.
The human element is something that just can't, is completely married to the nature of being successful in this business.
I agree. So Adam, I got to ask you this. Tell me what age you kind of got the investment bug, and over time, how has that kind of evolved?
Yeah, so in 2011, I read The Intelligent Investor and subsequently The Snowball, and that set off both my determination to become a professional investor. Through that journey, I've been really appreciative that I've been able to find Kayne Anderson Rudnick to be a home to practice this and then be with like-minded investors and actually really express my view in these special businesses, which are the type of businesses I have the most conviction towards. I've been curious for a while. Over the course of your career, what's the best advice that you've gotten that you would like to pass along, but also from your own experiences, what is the advice that you would give young investors like me?
I would say that the best advice I've been given is, when you think you know everything in this business, it's probably the time you probably shouldn't be in this business. That's really the key, is to always be challenging yourself and understand that you're not always going to be right. And I think that's by knowing that you don't know everything, it makes you more hungry to find out, what am I missing here? And you learn from those mistakes. That's another key part of that, is learning from your mistakes.
Hey, John, before we end, I want to ask, over the years, what has been your most fun car social event that you remember?
Yeah, I remember when Bob Schwarzkopf, our CIO, left, several years ago, and he was my mentor, and I think a lot of him, and I respect him so much. And I remember when he left, he just looked at me and said, "You'll be fine." Those few words made me feel so good, just hearing that from him, and gave me the confidence to know, yeah, I will be okay. Him saying that to me, I think, really led me to have confidence to be able to step up as a portfolio manager and take the lead and just become more of my potential, so to speak. So that was probably one of the most personal and nicest moments that I've had.
A great talk. Thank you, John.
Absolutely. Thank you.